It was like that, but on my wrist. Ping! All this rainbow light was coming out. And Hi guys, it's Holly and welcome back to Ask a Tattoo Artist. We've just started second lockdown here in the UK and I thought I would use the most of my time by filming a bunch of these videos for you. More recently, my videos I've been posting directly to my Patreon because I've been filming more of the tutorial kind of style of video. So if you're wondering where that content has gone from my YouTube, it's because you'll need to follow me over on Patreon to see that. But I'm still going to be filming these Ask a Tattoo Artist style of videos for YouTube. So if you have a question for me, please ask me in the comments or you can always send me an email. I put a prompt up on my Instagram a few days ago asking you guys if you had any questions. So today's question is from oh my god. So today's question is from Benuti and they have asked, what size and placement would you suggest for a first tattoo? I think it was like Care Bears. I guess it was like Care Bears. You know how they have the shine coming out of their belly? It was like that, but on my wrist. Ping! All this rainbow light was coming out. And I just woke up and I was like, oh man, I need to get that done. And that was it. That was my first tattoo. So it sounds like this question is coming from someone who put a little bit more thought into getting their first tattoo than I did, which given that story I've just told wouldn't be difficult. So where would I recommend for a first tattoo? So basically anywhere on your arms, I would say is the easiest, followed by legs. And when I say easiest, I mean least painful. Somewhere like here on your forearm is an easy place to start, back of forearm, top of arm. So I went for top of arm for my first like big tattoo, which honestly I didn't get until I was like 31, I don't think. That's when I got my first like proper tattoo, which was a great big bear by an artist called Joe Black, who tattoos in Frome in England, who has since turned it into a friend, which is really awesome, and I've been tattooed by Joe now a couple of times. So I guess that answers in terms of placement, but in terms of size, it's up to you. Generally, colour tattoos take longer than black work tattoos because there's just more to them, there's more of a process, so you have to do the line work and then colour it in, which obviously takes a bit longer, which can make it a little bit sorer. I think it's kind of counterproductive getting a teeny weeny tattoo as your first one if you're doing it because you're scared of the pain. And the reason I'm saying that is because the first 10 minutes of any tattoo is horrid. It's probably the worst bit. And if you're getting a tiny tattoo that's only going to take 10 minutes, you might as well have sat it out for a little bit longer and got something big and cool. So I'm going to go with quite a moderate answer and say something moderately big. How big's that? Palm size-ish, somewhere on your arm and leg is going to be an easy tattoo that I think anybody can sit through. And I think once you've done that, it gives you a good gauge of how much you like the experience and whether you'd like to get tattooed again. I do a lot of people's first tattoos and there's quite a lot of anticipation beforehand of, is it going to hurt? Is it going to be awful? Am I going to twitch? Am I going to move? Am I going to ruin it because I twitched or moved? And 99.9% of the time, as soon as you start, the person goes, oh, that's not too bad. And I think sometimes there's a bit of a build up to getting your first tattoo. If tattoos were that awful, you wouldn't get people like me who are covered in them because you just would never go back for round two. So I think it's good to think about it a bit and put a bit of planning in place, but I wouldn't sweat it too much. It can seem like a big deal getting a first tattoo, and obviously there's a degree of you want to think about it and plan it, but I wouldn't get so caught up in stressing out about every single little detail, because the thing is with tattoos, and that until you've got one you probably wouldn't understand this, they're interesting and exciting for the first 2 weeks that you've got one, and then it just becomes part of what your body looks like and you almost stop noticing it and you don't really think about it so much. I think the more important key factor to booking in your first tattoo is to find an artist that you like their work and that you feel comfortable at their studio. So spend a bit of time on, this is the great thing about social media, spend a bit of time on their Instagram, having a look through, and have a look at pictures of their healed work. Because if you're picking an artist that you like their other work, you can go on their Instagram and you like all the pictures of the things that they're posting, even if they're not necessarily exactly what you want. you can be pretty assured that they're going to do you a tattoo that you're going to like stylistically and that you're going to be happy with for a long time. So I hope that answers your question. Anything around palmish kind of size, placement, somewhere on your arm or your leg for sort of simplicity's sake, and pick an artist that you like and you can trust to do you a nice tattoo. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave me a comment and like, because it helps get the video seen by more people. I'm sure you kind of know a little bit about the YouTube algorithm. Just because people are subscribing doesn't mean that they necessarily see it. So it's really helpful for me if you like and subscribe, because it helps the video get seen by more people and they might find it useful. If you're planning your first tattoo, please leave a comment and tell me about it, and tell me what you're thinking about getting, because that's exciting. And likewise, if you've recently just had a first tattoo, leave a comment and tell us what the experience was like, because presumably there's going to be other people looking for advice about getting a first tattoo, and maybe you can make them feel better about it from the point of view of someone who's literally just done it. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to see my tattoo work, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Patreon. I think that's actually about it, because I think I deleted my Twitter and Facebook. I think they're the only ones that I use now. But anyway, that's where you can find me. I hope you found this interesting, and if you have a question for me to answer next time, leave me a comment. Thanks so much. See you later.